Hey there, StarCraft fans! Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Pre-War Remastered. Today on Neo Sylphid 3.2, new game Light versus herO. TVZ for you today from RJB. I love this matchup. I don't think I've ever cast a Light versus herO game where I was like, man, somebody really kind of threw that game. I'm disappointed in it. No, every single Light versus herO game I have cast on the channel in the last 11 years has been great. I should make a playlist with Light and herO on it, shouldn't I? I have a Flash versus Bisu one, but maybe this matchup raises to that level as well. Top side of Neo Sylphid, it is herO. Bottom left side, it is Light. Again, these two guys. Who's going to make a huge mistake here? Nobody. I don't think so. I really don't think I am. Is Light going to go mech? He can if he wants. Can he go bio? He can if he wants. SK Terran, very dangerous by him. Obviously, it takes a lot of macro to be good at SK Terran, and maybe some drops as well. Once again, if you can win with SK Terran before like the 12-minute mark, around the time that Dark Swarm starts popping out, then great, you're good to go. Or you can go drops. That's kind of how it works. If you try to win with a pure SK Terran after that moment when Dark Swarm is there, you're like, ah, I see. This is really hard to do, actually. So you either got to go drops, or, I've seen this before as well, you can expand a whole bunch, deny expansions for the Zerg, keep the Zerg from getting across the map and harassing you at all, and then you'll be fine. So curious to see what path here Light is, what he's going to take. Raxus coming up at home. Doesn't mean it's not going to be a bunker, because that is a hatch first. There it is. From herO. Timing lined up quite nicely for that. So Overlord comes in. Oh, Terry the Overlord is here. That's right, Terry. Good stuff. Great stuff by you, my best friend. Merch with Terry's face on it at falconpaladin.store. So there's the pool, there's the gas. Once I have early lings out in case it is going to be some marine pressure. But, you know, he saw this Rax and said, you know what? Think we're okay. Let's just count how many marines are made out of that. Rax is going to be a fast gas. If he stops making marines, that could be an indication. We're going to put some of those resources towards the gas, go for some mech. Overlord can't get down there and check that on this map. It's just impossible. Where it is situated, there is no angle for an Overlord to come in and see this without dying. Probably dying before he sees it, which is just a waste of an Overlord and a waste of a Terry. So, gas up, saturated immediately. Great timing here from herO, just disgusting. Pool coming in here too. Now, the Overlord wants to see, is there going to be a fast expansion? Marine wants to kill this egg. There's 10 armor on this egg. Boy, howdy. Ooh, it is a fast expand. Here from Light, here it is natural. Overlord sees this. Yep, beautiful placement by herO. Note this placement. You can see the expansion from this position and not die to Marines, Zerg players. First 100 gas goes to in a lair. Hundreds and hundreds of gas. Well, 100 of gas. One of those. SCP pops out. Sees what's going on. Could, you know, think about throwing down a bunker. Would be kind of fun, but just going to scout in, see what's up. For the first time today, by the way, he has been blind with this build until now. So he sees the hatch timing. I think he popped it and saw the lair, just caught the edge of that lair and said, yeah, okay, going to be mutas. Nice. Well, I've got a lot of Marines. I'm getting an academy here at some point. Oh, there's my gas. Going to get all those great upgrades. Going to get some turrets. I'll be fine. This is a very standard 2-hatch muta opening from herO. Marines on the move out too. Okay. So this is something I saw from Royal first a couple years ago, but more and more Terrans are like, you know, we've got standard stim timings, but Zergs are pretty used to that. So what if we just showed up with 5 Marines at a position at a time where it is not recognized as an attack time, right? It's not a standardized one. Can the Zerg hold it? Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they straight up die, and then you're like, woohoo, free win. But I don't know. Got some lings here. Unupgraded Marines are kind of a bad unit, if not a really bad unit, but in the hands of somebody like Light, they could be good. Look at them. Wow, okay, they're just coming right in. Drones have got to be pulled here. I think there's only 5 lings versus 5 Marines. Yes, drones do come down. Drones getting pulled down to micro, and is he not going to kill any of these drones? Not even close. Wow, blood splatter reveals none of the drones died. They lost some mining time, but none of the drones died. What a great hold from herO. I mean, having a sunken would have been nice. Having a couple more lings would have been nice. But he did what he could with what he had, and that's kind of how you win StarCraft games. Spire on the way and all that madness. A lesser Zerg player would have forgotten about the Spire and been like, oh crap, I needed to start a Spire. The Marines distracted me, but not herO. Not our favorite Zerg player of all time. Maybe somebody's favorite herO. Favorite Zerg player of all time. Academy, Stim, Engineering Bay, +1. Turrets, Engineering Bay, maybe quiet MVP of the Terran structures list, right? What can it do? It can fly! That's amazing. It can get upgrades for Marines. Very cool. It can also allow you to build turrets. My goodness, what can't it do? Well, it can't produce units for one. So Barracks is probably better that way, but Engineering Bay is on the tier list somewhere. Somewhere. There you go. Oh, wow. Did he just immediately start range after Stim was done? Light is on his horse today. He is ready to go. Still no third base, by the way, from herO, but, you know, he's got a macro hatch inside the main. His Spire is done. He's making Mutalisks. He can't make, 9 mutas because he doesn't have the third hatch yet. But gonna harass Turret 1, Turret 2, Turret 3 in the Nats. That's what we like to see. That's the plays. So the mutas are here. They're getting a +1 attack. It's not going to be done for 8 years in Zerg time. There's only 4. Wait, really? Oh, yeah, just 4. Okay. Thought maybe he'd have 5, but no, 4 it is. A couple more are joining the party. 6, right? Kind of the minimum viable product, MVP, as they say in the industry. 5 is about where you want to get. 6 is right in there, too. And bam, bam, bam. 3 creep colonies getting fired up. Where is your third base, herO? Are you a madman? Has your mind been co-opted by zealots? You think you can win with 2 bases? Killing the SCB, building the factory, seeing the factory. That's a good scout to have. And yeah, on the move out, Marines, Medics, Stim, Range, awesome. You guys are pretty rad. 3 Sunkens to deal with. No third base. He scans. Says, hey, you got a third? No, actually. Not at all. Full stack of mutas. +1 attack isn't done yet. You don't want to fight this. This is too many Marines. With the range, especially with the range. They don't have a +1 attack yet. That Engineering Bay was not that early. No, there's not enough Lings and mutas to kill this unless you want to lose a couple more mutas. There are some very injured boys. Oh, one dies immediately. And can he get this whole group? Another muta dies. Another muta dies. And reinforcements come in too, so the medics don't even die either. All the Marines got wiped out. The medics are alive. There's not a third base from herO. It's 7 minutes. He's getting a Queen's Nest. He's getting a Hydra Den at 750. It is more racks getting added on from Light. Starport, yes. Factory, building anything, no. Machine shop, yes, but no vultures. +1 attack is now done for the mutas here at 804. Full stack of them. Let's go. We got to get some economic damage here. My third base is late. He is getting the third base up now. SCVs, once again, if you can get these guys down to about 20 or 19 workers, a lot of Terrans will rage quit. I'm not sure if Light would. I've never seen that happen to him, I don't think. But yeah, third base from the Zerg, right side, high ground. Lurkers at the top of that ramp, can handle it. Lurker aspect is on the way. It all makes perfect sense now. Muta stack. Doing what it does. You coming back in, boys? You coming back in? Yes, absolutely. He's killing SCVs, but a lot of mutas are dying. This group is not healthy, and it's not that big, despite the +1 attack. Armor upgrade, Science Facility, Terran, doing all the fun stuff there to get Science Vessels, get Irradiate. No matter what the Zerg player is doing, guess what? Having Irradiate is awesome. Beyond awesome. Hive coming in. Really? I don't want to say it was before that third, but goodness. Maybe it was. So first upgrade on the Hive, I think we're going to see a Defiler Mound. I don't think I anticipate Adrenal just because there's not that many Lings. It's all Mutalisks. The minerals are going to drones. They're going to extractors. You know, all the minerals are going to Lurkers, which is totally awesome too. But so yeah, there's the Defiler Mound. It does get fired up first. Adrenal, you know, anytime. Of course, you got to have enough minerals for it, which he doesn't right now. 11 stack of +1 mutas. Just Marines, dude. Are they better than Goliath's anti-air against mutas? I kind of feel like they are. They don't do half damage to mutas, which Goliaths do. They don't have the range necessarily of the Goliaths either. Not even necessarily. They just don't. Radiate's coming in. The time of the Mutalist is upon us. Sees the science vessel. Says, Consume's on the way. Nidus at the third. Once he's got Consume and Dark Swarm, it's going to be very hard to break this or break this. Again, drops, a big part of your balanced breakfast. Drops are pretty wide open here. But I think the mutas have recognized, I haven't seen any drop ships. I have not seen anything but science vessels today. So drops, not now. Not that we can't make drop ships later, but right now not something we have to worry about necessarily. More scanning. Seeing what's over here, what's up here. Consume is not done yet. These lurkers would be on the high ground if Consume was done, but they're not. They have to buy time for it to finish. Ling, Muta, Scourge, Lurker. Not trying to chase that science vessel with the Scourge. I appreciate that restraint here from herO. The Radiate, yes, great split. Pretty good. And Consume is not done, but getting up here. Now it's done. And now Defiler comes out of the Nidus, if necessary, right? And throws down a Dark Swarm. A couple tanks are out, right? We saw the machine shop. It's not tank. Are we just by ourselves, guys? I don't know about this. Run! Get out of there. There's not Adrenalings attacking you. There's the Dark Swarm, and the Marines have to get out of there. So the time of the Fire Bat is upon us. The time of the Marine is still necessary, but the time of the Fire Bat is more here than anything else. Adrenal coming in. Plague on the way. Filer throwing down Dark Swarm. And once again, it's kind of an ideal position for the Terran for Dark Swarm to be here or to be here. You just don't want it over here, right? A Dark Swarm here means you die. A Dark Swarm at your third base means you die. By the way, there's not a third base coming in yet. Second starport, yes. Maybe dropships, maybe more science vessels. Adrenal's getting started at 12 minutes. Again, not a huge priority here from herO. So he didn't spend on it until he really could afford it. This is good stuff from herO, but man, the production by Light today. 99 to 91 supply against a Zerg player on 3 bases is not too common here. Ultralisk Cavern getting started at 1240. Oh, Plague from the high ground. No, Siege Tanks from the low ground. That wins against Plague from the high ground easily. Further upgrades coming in for the Lings. They got a +2 Carapace coming on. Medicine Aptic Node on the way. Fire Bats inside Dark Swarm are good. Not invincible. If you can set up like a Dark Swarm kind of trail across the map here, get to that natural, this could be a win. There's another great Dark Swarm. Ling's not quite staying inside it as much as you want them to. The Irradiate is too big. Plague it? Yeah, he takes the Plague. He takes the Plague on 3 Marines and a tank. Better than anything else in that situation. I think I agree with that call. Kindness splitting getting started as soon as the Ultralisk Cavern is done. Lurker. Beautiful Dark Swarm Lurker placement. Not easy to do. Right? You watch herO do this and you're like, oh yeah, of course I can do that. Then you try and it's so much harder than you might think. Ooh, Plague Tank gets wiped out one single shot by a Lurker from inside the Dark Swarm. Kind of just down and about. You got to keep moving with the SK Terran. You never want to hold still. Mech, you can siege up positions. These guys, if they stop moving, they're going to get plagued. Trying to set up for a 4th base on the right side. This base is a little vulnerable. Trying to come up here and deal with these Lurkers when the Dark Swarm isn't there, but guess what? It's there now. Another Plague on the retreat. That is insult to injury, man. You came up to kill some Lurkers. Dark Swarm said no. And then Plague said, how about you not try that again? 3rd base landing from Light at 1424. 4th base getting started. It's the advantage of Terran, right? You can build the command center inside your main, lift it over whenever you're ready to go. Zerg wishes they could do that. Probably would have taken this base a lot sooner. He could just build it, like take one of these hatches and float it down. It's a good advantage Terran has. You know, everybody's got their advantages. Nice Dark Swarm placement again. Another big Plague. Plague, Dark Swarm, Ultra Link, Lurker. Scourge, right? That's what we're going for here today. There's 3 lurkers here. I'm not sure this is enough from light. Yeah, no, definitely not. Definitely not enough. Lings trying to shark into this base. There's only a tank here. The tank splash on... Ugh, the SCV is not great. Another attack. Nope, getting intercepted by light coming in from the north. Bunch of Lings die for nothing there. I don't think a single Terran unit was destroyed in that position at all. 4th base, big, scanning. Just out onto the map. Where are the lurkers? Can I irradiate them before they kill my guys? Yes. Yes, you can. Anabolic synthesis now on the way. That kindness plating is complete here from herO. These mutas are just kind of waiting for a drop, right? Because Zerg player pretty locked up here. Nice. Plague. Humongous Plague. Man. If nothing else, you're draining the energy off of those medics. Filer maybe could have made it home, but stopped running and died as a result. You are plagued. You know there are lurkers here. How about you not come down that way? And yeah, light recognizes the threat. Checking to make sure 4th base up this way doesn't get taken. At least the Lings can delay it. Ow. But cracklings all over the place. Plague all over the place. Irradiated. Defiler gets a Dark Swarm up. Yep. And then goes back to irradiate a lurker a little bit, but keep the Terran off of the position. Oh, hang on a second. D-Matrix Marine versus Lurker is winning. Hold on. This guy should not win against a Lurker, but with the D-Matrix spell, he looks cool, and he's getting it done. He gets the Lurker down. Sunken hitting as well. He does die, but he cleared out the Lurkers in the spot. There's one more that comes in, gets irradiated. Hang on, there's 2 lurkers here. They both get irradiated. I don't know if that base can hold. Just trying to buy time. Buy time. Do you want to knight us here, maybe? No. Lurker dead and Lurker dead. I think light has an invitation to go up there at this point. And he goes, nah, I don't know. I don't like it. It's just Lings and Sunkens, man. I think you could have... Oh, I believe he could have done that. He's just out on the map. Look at this. Just little groups. Running around, not clumped up so they can't get plagued, right? They're not good plague targets, but you can plague them if you want. Just not an ideal position. This is great, man. Light is playing a fantastic game. More irradiates. Scourge, trying to keep dudes alive, but it's so hard when you're a melee unit to connect on stuff that can fly. Plague, once again, fine. 4 Marines and a Fire Bat. It's not great, but it's not like your entire army got plagued, you know? Tries to come up here. Fire Bats? Yes, 1 Fire Bat inside the Dark Swarm, getting overwhelmed by enemies and exploding, but taking his pound of flesh in the meantime. Sunken's getting shots off inside the Dark Swarm, not really accounting for anything because obviously Dark Swarm prevents that kind of an attack. Hang on, Dark Swarm wears off. Hatch, oh my gosh, Hatchery in a lot of trouble. Dude, he's going to get it. These drones are dying. The reinforcing units are getting caught up by Marines, just buying time with their bodies on the other side. Hatch dies. Drones all die. 40 drones remaining. Irradiating the Ultras on this side of the map is a great move from Light. Irradiated Ultralisks on top of your Marines. They're not plagued, but it's still pretty bad as all the Marines die. That is a fast way to kill medics. Irradiated Ultralisks all over them. This guy's irradiated. He took a lot of shots from Marines too. Is he going to die before the irradiate wears off? No! He lives with 38 hit points. That's not a lot, but, you know, living is better than dying. This base is looking, you know, not taken, but maybe later. Lings. Blech. Not able to delay this base because we sent out an escort service. You know what I'm talking about. To make sure that doesn't get killed. Dark swarming up this way. This base is getting replanted, but dude, look at this. 4th base landing while the 4th base of the Zerg player is under construction. This is really bad for herO. I mean, he's got what he wants. He's got Dark Swarm, Plague. He's got Ultras. He's got Cracklings. He's got a couple Hydras in here, too, just in case he needs to pick off some Plagued Science Vessels. Aswin does... Ooh, Lings got into the 4th mineral line. Killed a couple SCVs there. Only 48 SCVs remaining. 47. 47 to 40 workers. 40 workers for the Zerg is not good, but 47 for the Terran isn't that great either. He's been losing some workers here with the Ling harassment. Trying to see if you can take this bottom right, herO. You're in a great spot. This is something you can lock up tight, right? You cover this choke. It pretty much covers these 2 bases. It's huge. Which is why Light is in this area saying, can we shut this down at all? I think that's something we could probably pull off. This guy does die to irradiate. Lings up into the third base. I don't know. Cracklings get tanked are pretty good, but an unsieged siege tank. Unsung hero here. Actually getting some work done. I don't know. Dark. Oh, no. The Defiler got sniped. That's a huge moment. And an attack up to the fourth base at the same time. Does get wiped out by herO. He saves that. But, dude, the Defiler died before it could cast a Dark Swarm on top of this. I don't think he knew about the second bunker. If he knew about the second bunker, he would have snuck down here, Dark Swarmed here, and this base would have died. But as it, or at least lifted, a lot of SCVs would have died. Oh, that's a big-time moment. Oh, did Drone... Oh, no. Drone was trying to expand up here. Marine shut it down. Muta's taking out the science facilities. It's kind of a big deal here, too. Yeah, need another one if you're going to make more science vessels. 119 to 105 supply. Irradiate. Pretty good split by herO. Getting the irradiated ones out of there. Science facility is going to die. Plus one mutas are going to make good work of it. So, again, no drops. Right? No drops. No nothing. Just out on the map. Just move into the grooving 4 bases. Killing hatcheries where you can. Especially ones that have wide chokes from both directions that Zerg has to worry about. Finally taking this base again. Does he have enough money to take this base? No. Not that Light is rich. Plague. Good plague. Double plague. Where are those mutas chasing down these science vessels? The plagued ones could be a good maneuver here. I can't believe this base is still fine. That was such a big moment. What a game from RJB. Again, Light versus herO. Come on. What else is better than this? Like Flash and Jaedong? Sure. I don't know. Flash is playing a lot better than Jaedong is these days, and I think Light and herO just... It always gives us a good match. I should make a playlist that is simply Light versus herO. I think that would be a great one for people to explore and enjoy. Whew. But yeah, also, you might be like, Falcon doesn't post StarCraft as much as he used to. Good irradiates, but I'm here, man. I never stopped. I will never stop. If you're ever like, man, where'd my daily StarCraft go? I used to like watching it while I ate breakfast or at lunch, or it was my dinner routine. Then, like, yeah, no, I'm here. I'm doing games like this 6 times a week, folks. So be here or be square. More fire bats being added on. Up into the 4th base. Again, we had good luck here earlier. Yeah, Ling Ultra inside the Dark Swarm. Radiate him. Fall back. Drag out. Fire bats. Just naked. No. Okay. Look at that. Just absolutely crushing it here against Ultras. Taking it a little bit better than I think they should. Against a giant mess of an Ultra. No! Plague Marines versus Ultralisk. Better than expected result. Okay, that was not too bad. Ultras are dying. This right side base is in a lot of trouble. No Nidus! I think herO had enough time to build a Nidus there, and he simply didn't do it, and he's going to lose the hatch as a result. Yep, cancels the drones he was building there. That drone obviously dies too. There's not enough Zerg here from herO to shut this down. It's 136 to 89 supply. Yeah, hatch down. That might just be it, man. If you are on 4 bases, versus 4 bases, the irradiated Defiler is killing drones. No, he did. He gets a Dark Swarm up before he dies, so at least he accomplished something. 141 to 90 supply. Holy smokes. All right, here we go. You're invincible, but you can't do anything about it. Oh, he's going to leave the Dark Swarm, is he? Gets one Marine call. No, they snuck into the backside. Into this base. There's a Nidus. Reinforcements are here. Ultra inside the Dark Swarm having the time of his life. Siege tank, sieging up. Can't hit the Ultra. Doesn't matter. The Marines handled it. Irradiated Ultra and dead as well. Ultras are dying at an alarming rate. 141 to 95 supply. Guess who's up? I don't even have to tell you at this point, do I? Look at this map. Look at it. And it's trying to finish the game. Light is trying to hold it. Flank attack of cracklings on top of your stuff. But reinforcements are here, and the Ultra is going to die with 10 kills. Not bad for an Ultralisk. Pretty impressed by that, actually. Up into this base again. herO is so on the back foot, but he is defending this base with tenacity. No Scourge connections on those science vessels at all. That is unfair. The micro of light is so good. Plague does catch a lot of the stuff here. Plague is playing his own egg, which is fun. Gotta fall back outside of the Dark Swarm again. It wore off. Again, this is deja vu, right? This is how the hatch went down the first time, is the first Dark Swarm wore off, and then the second one wore off, and there was just nothing to make up for it. The Nidus does get sniped out. It's gone. These drones are guaranteed damage. Extractor a lot easier to kill, too. Firebat inside. No, the drones was not able to expand at all. And that's it. GG. herO's got to tap out. I love this one guy, but that's the GG. And Light is your winner in 25 minutes and 30 seconds. Not a single drop. Not a single drop. But I said you can win with SK Terran if you don't drop at the 25-minute mark. If you just expand a bunch, take a bunch of bases. He has this one, right? Kill bases of your enemy. Keep them from expanding. Deny expansions like this one. And you can starve out a Zerg player. And you can win with SK Terran even if you don't have any of those drops. Even if you don't have a bunch of tanks, which aren't going to be good against this anyway, right? This isn't Hydra meta. Tanks are for Hydra meta. Tanks are not with Marines, Forlings, and Ultras. But man, that's, again, this is what we're talking about. This is why we're here, is because this is incredible stuff. Like, ridiculously incredible plays. Here from Light. Here from herO as well. We're just looking at a 25-minute game. It felt like nonstop. This started with an attack of 5 Marines up into the natural base of herO. He had to pull some drones. Didn't lose any, but lost some mining time. The 4th base got killed once. Got killed again. These were denied. That was the game. This was also the game. This Defiler throws down a Dark Swarm like here. Catches that bunker and this bunker and the command center. And this base at least has to lift off. And herO's in a much better spot. But the Defiler walks in and dies. He walks in and dies. I feel like Mayor Quimby there for a second. He walks in and dies. He will be missed. I'm going to be an Acapulco. Not very good at it, but not much in Simpsons, so that's what's in my brain right now. Good game. Like, really, really highest good stuff here from these two guys. They never disappoint. Thanks again, RJB, for the replay. 169,000 points, 173,000 points in favor of Light. Got outproduced by the Zerg, but outkilled the Zerg. Buildings raised 7 to 8. Not great for the Zerg at all, but that's the number. And the outspend here of 7,000, less than 7,000 in 25 minutes was not going to get the job done. So that's it. We're talking about a great showing. It's just a just friggin' fantastic TVZ. Terran wins. I keep getting comments like, Terran always loses to Zerg. And I get comments, Zerg always loses to Terran. And I'm like, I'm getting comments about both. So obviously Terran and Zerg are winning. Thank you very much. Let's not worry about it. So anyway, that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.